Yo, what is going on, guys? Jake here from the NRUK Racing League, and welcome back to round 3 of the NRUK Cup Series season number 3. Today we're going racing from ISM Raceway for the third race of the season, the running of the VirginMedia 400 here today at ISM. It's going to be one fantastic race to decide the third winner of the season. The season's still young, but still a long way to go. Without further ado, let's get in to your starting lineup. On the pole then for today's race is the 22 of Jake Richardson. To his outside, the 1 of Nathan Stapleton. Then we have Evan Hunter and Max Bushway on the next row. Derek Hamill starts alongside Jeff Bright. And behind them, Tim Gary and Greg Torres. Rounding out the top 10 is Adam McDowell and Patrick Smith. And behind them, Sebastian Dupain and Kyle Hunter. On the next row, Irina McShane starts alongside Zachary Lello. Before we have Andrew Bean and Brett Sirra. On the next row, Alexander Rowe is alongside Nonigan Scott. And we have Jose Mills and William Bulin. Behind them, William Seaman starts alongside Priya McShane. Then we have Keith Stevens and Code Red. Carter Friesen is next with DJ Reed. Then we have Dylan Ebrahimian and Season 2 champion Tyler Bradley. On the next row, Samet Ozkan starts alongside Mohamed Zain Abdullah. Hendrick teammates form up the next row with Travis Chambers and Eli Bright. Then we have Sebastian Kukulon and Mason Hayward. Cynthia Bright and Trey Wright. Then Max Anderson and Dan Bandon. Grace Takayoma and Kevin Bandon on the final row. Nathan Norman starts alongside Riley Snare. 32 laps then around this newly reconfigured racetrack. Remember, the start-finish line moved to the other side of the course. But boy, the restarts and the starts here are incredible. 32 laps, and we're going to see similar to Atlanta with a great finish, or even Vegas, where strategy was the main point and key of the day. So whoever's got the best running car here at ISM. As the field head into turn 3, Jake Richardson and Nathan Stapleton are going to start the race here on this overcast day at ISM. 42 drivers are going to have a shot at the win, and the green flag will fly. We're racing at ISM. And into turn 1, Jake Richardson leads. Evan Hunter flies into second place as they go 3 wide behind them. Richardson leads off into turn number 3. Stapleton throws it back to the inside of the 11 of Hunter. Can he regain second position? Adam McDowell with a lightning start in the 55. And off of turn number 4, Richardson will lead lap number 1. He has a tasty advantage over the 2 behind him. But look at them all jostling for position back in the pack. Max Bushway to the inside for third place. Off of the turn this time. It's still Richardson out in front. Stapleton now solidifying second. Now we have a battle for third. Bushway and Hunter. Adam McDowell and Patrick Smith waiting in the wings behind them, as well as Derek Hamill. Through that little bit, that little section of course, but they can go below the yellow line. And they tend to go below the yellow line there. It's Richardson that still leads. Now the top 2 have a breakaway. Bushway goes into third. Adam McDowell has had a lightning start here, started on row number 5, already up to 4th, the 55. Definitely tuned in well by that team. How about Irina McShane coming up to our front, and a caution is out. Caution flag is out, and it's Keith Stevens, Nonigan Scott with issues, and Kyle Hunter. Mason Hayward and Trey Wright are involved as well. And the first wreck of the day on lap number 4. Nonigan Scott, who had such a good first race. Going to follow up 2 DNS. There's Trey Wright. Mason Hayward is also crawling to a stop. And no one comes down pit lane this time by. I guess the wrecked cars and the damaged cars will. But the first caution is out on lap number 4. Richardson led them back to the stripe. And these guys' days will end early. Not what they wanted to see. And let's go take a look at how this one came out. Well, unfortunately, 4 wide rarely works anywhere, and it's 3 Toyotas and Kyle Hunter on the outside. There's Jose Mills, Nonigan Scott, and also William Bulin make it 4 wide coming off of turn number 2, and that is never going to work. They pinch together The 4 and the 2 go flying down to the inside. There's Nonagon Scott, who slides up the track. See, they all do a pretty good job of avoiding it, and here comes Trey Wright just to impale the 20, send him up the track, collecting Mason Haywood along the way. And that's going to bring out the first caution of the day. Trey Wright had little to nowhere to go for him. A hard link with the 20. Carl Fraterni was at the rear of the field, racing next to Riley Snare and DJ Reed, and here had nowhere to go. Straight into the 20 and Nonagon Scott. Perhaps they could have avoided it if they were a bit more patient, a bit more allowing, but Wright had nowhere to go. Mason Haywood gets collected, and that's gone on board with the Season 1 champion, Keith Stevens, to see what happened to him in that 2-car for Roger Penske. It's not what he wanted to see. And here's the view from the 2. As you can see, there's just nowhere really to go. Kyle Hunter, again, he wrecks out. Look at this from the spectator view. See, they're pinched together, hit together, and down to the inside they will go. And Nonagon Scott will be feeling the most hard done by that. Trey Wright with damage, and Mason Haywood to bring out the first caution of the day. Catch you guys back up at the restart. Here we are then, restarting on lap number 7. And out from this race, Nonagon Scott, unfortunately, is out of this one. Trey Wright is done for the day as well. And also Mason Haywood will be finished for the day. Those guys have their days cut early. Carl Hunter and Keith Stevens stay out. I doubt they'll be slow though. So lap cars could be interesting when it comes later to this race. The top 5 are as follows as we come to the restart. Richardson leads, Stapleton 2nd, Bushway 3rd, McDowell 4th, and in 5th is Evan Hunter. We'll get restarted then here. On lap number 8, green flag in the air. And a superb jump on 2nd place from Jake Richardson. And Max Bushway in the Furniture Row 78 is now going to throw his car towards the inside and look for 2nd place. For the turn, they were racing in a more reserved manner. Only 2 wide this time, maybe 3 wide elsewhere in the field. And off the turn, Jake Richardson drives another good starter lap there. Surprisingly, no one came down to pit during that caution. Tyre wear is very big here at ISM, so we're interested to see what strategy these guys pull. And Richardson leads out front, but here comes Bushway and Adam McDowell, who's continuing to ever prove, along with Arena McShane, in 3rd and 5th respectively. Stapleton, who started on the outside front row, has fallen back since that start. He's not had the car he wanted today, and just falling backwards and backwards. But the front 4 now have a breakaway. Can Bushway hunt down the 22 of Richardson? Or will he stay put for the minute and wait his time? Adam McDowell up the racetrack. That could be a chance for Arena McShane to come through and steal maybe that spot. And they're all single file for the top 5. Stapleton's now going to look for 5th. Greg Torres is up to 6th there. Alexander Rowe making good progress. 3 wide behind them. Hunter, Smith and Tim Gary throwing it 3 wide to the inside for that position. And Tim will be hopefully prevailing in that and coming to 8th position now. Delello making some nice progress. And they all continue to race throughout the field. But Richardson leads, but that gap has now been closed by Max Bushway in the 78. Samet Ozcan and William Seaman off pace. I don't know whether that's their off pace or they've just come down for an early pit stop. So we might be seeing some early strategy here from the 37 and the 72, who both either came down pit road or off the pace. Ozcan is off the pace and William Seaman was down pit road that time. So we'll have to see what happened there. Ozcan looks to be fine. Maybe he just came down pit road. You never know with the strategy here at ISM. Isn't going to pay off though. If he falls a lap down, that will certainly not help. And don't know where William Seaman is. In fact, he already has fallen a lap down. So we didn't spot that one. William Seaman still is down pit lane. So maybe the 72 of an issue there. I thought he was coming down for a pit stop, but clearly not. He's been in that pit box a lot longer than we anticipated. And Looks like there's an issue there on the 72 car that's going to potentially rule him out of contention of this race. And it's heartbreak for the 72 team, who started off the season very well. Points leader, in fact, coming into today's race. He certainly will not exit the race as the points leader. He is stuck on pit lane and will be a few laps down now for sure. But Jake Richardson leads. Bushway is in second. A good battle for third between Arena McShane and Adam McDowell. Stapleton has now clinched onto fifth, and Torres will be sixth. Into that turn, can McShane clear the 55? Yes, she will. When did these guys hit pit road for the first time? William Seaman and Summit Ozcan are probably their races a run now, unless they can get the lucky dog on a free pass. They're banking on a caution. Richardson still leads out here. But can Bushway find a way past? They are bunching up closer together. Alexander Rowe making some nice progress. He's now up to 6th position as he gets past the 17. Here come pit stops then. McShane, Bushway and Smith are the first down to pit lane then. So they're the first to call the shots here. They're the first to make their moves. When is the leader, Jake Richardson, going to come down pit lane? Only a few came down that time, including the 15 Patrick Smith, Kyle Hunter as well. And he stays out for another time. This time it's Adam McDowell who will pit along with Alexander Rowe and Greg Torres. Tim Gary, Stapleton and Richardson stay out, but the majority of the field is pitting in this time. Richardson decides to stay out for another lap. With Stapleton now in second, he has a good advantage over the one, and Tim Gary up into third. Will Richardson pit this time? Surely he has to come down pit lane this time. And he will. Here comes your race leader. Stapleton in as well. Is anyone going to stay out? DeLello almost missed pit lane, in fact, there. No one stays out this time. Here come the rest of the field down pit lane. So, 3 different strategies here on lap number 18. And Bushway is the one who led them off the first time. So, Bushway here going to have to regain his lap back and then pass the 22. So Max Bushway, I believe here, is the leader of the rest of this pack. We'll find out when they pass next time by. Adam McDowell, is he going to beat him off? He doesn't. So Bushway leads this time. McDowell slots into second. Maybe even third here, but it all depends where they come out in regards to the 22 of Jake Richardson, who isn't even the first off pit lane that time by. It's Tyler Bradley who makes the strategy call. So did Bradley not take any tyres, or only took 2? But a 31 beat that lot off of pit lane. So Jake Richardson might have just lost this race on strategy, and the season 1 champion is currently out in front. It's all a bit confusing here. I know, in fact, Max Bushway may be the leader this time. So we'll find out as they pass the stripe. It's not... Don't know where the 22 is. Andrew Bean is out of pit lane. And no, it's Max Bushway is in the lead. Max Bushway is your new leader at ISM. But he goes up the track. Arena McShane looking for her first win in the NRUK. Now throws it towards the inside. The lap car of Andrew Bean is in front of them. Bushway negotiates lap traffic well. McDowell and McShane pushing. Oh, McShane dumps the 78. Huge drama as they both wreck in the turn. And a second week we have controversy. The caution will fly. And the new leader is Adam McDowell in the 55. Unbelievable. Some cars still down pit lane. Mills, Bulin and Priya McShane making some adjustments there. Now that is simply incredible. How about that? Car down pit lane there. I don't know who it is. It's the 37 of Summit Ozcan, who was actually in third. What a strategy call from the 37. But he has to come down pit lane this time. Some of them still stuck there, but Adam McDowell leads on this second caution, and holy cow, the 14 and the 78 get together, and we're going to have a late race restart. Let's go check out how that one happened. Well, as you can imagine, the 96 of Andrew Bean did not have a lot of help with this sort of situation, but the 78 moves to the low side to pass the 96. The 14 goes with him and just gets into the back right quarter panel, sends the 78 around. They both go spinning up into the wall. They both hit the wall, and that's going to probably throw away the shot of the win for them. Look at how loose Tim Gary was there. A good save from him. He almost wrecked into that melee. And that is just unbelievable. Both those guys fighting for the win, but they got too aggressive too early on. And they went around. No, that's the wrong camera. I'm going to go on board now with the 14 of Arena McShane to see what she saw. See what happened here then as they come out of turn 2 then. Can you see that? They're negotiating lap traffic, but they get together. And as you can imagine, the 718 probably isn't going to be too happy about that one. A few cars were stuck down pit lane there. Again, probably with issues, you'd imagine. Jose Mills was one of them. William Bueller and also Priya McShane might have got stuck in some pits, the pit stop cycle there. But Adam McDowell is the one smiling now. He leads us back to the caution flag. He'll be the new leader as we get ready for a late race restart at ISM. We come back to restart then on lap 25. We're going to have 8 laps to go at ISM. No one's out from this race specifically in terms of retired, but Seaman's fallen 4 laps down. Mills 3 laps down along with Bulin. McShane is 2 laps down. In fact, Keith Stevens might even be stuck on pit lane here. Well, he's a lap down now in the 2 car. It's not the break he wanted. The top 5 coming to the restart. McDowell leads. Richardson second. Smith is in third. 4th for Tim Gary. And Sebastian Dupain rounds out the top 5. Who's going to get the win at ISM? It's going to be dramatic. It's going to be hella fun. Adam McDowell leads them to the restart. We're green. And they're all pretty equal. They stay single file. Tim Gary's the first to make a move. On the inside for third place, Patrick Smith. The front 2 are clear. They're going to duke it out for this win. 3 wide behind them. Ebrahimian, Friesen and Hamill. So incredible battling here at ISM. But Adam McDowell leads them here in the restart. Or is Jake Richardson going to catch up and regain that top spot? We're all going to find out in the next few laps. Don't discount Tim Gary, who's always been good at late race charges. Smith is falling back. He's not having the best of times. Dupain catching him. No one is ready off the pace. Oh, there's a car around there. No, he wasn't. Max Anderson saved it. Now they're wrecking again. They save it again. I thought Anderson had gone around, and then I thought Bueller had gone around, but they both somehow keep it going and will remain green. I was going to say that would have been the race, but some drama at the back of the field. We're green for now. McDowell still leads here. Can Richardson catch him? And if he does catch him, how does he negotiate the pass through? How does he negotiate the pass through the 55? Tim Gary is there though. I guess it's between these top 3. So we have 5 to go at ISM. This is it then. Who is going to get the win? It's going to be ever so tight. And Richardson is trying to close on the 55. Caution, I believe, will end the race at this stage. So McDowell banking for a caution. Richardson hoping it stays green. Can Jake Richardson find the late race move here in the 22? Tim Gary is there. Is he going to find anything? Remember, if there's 2 wrecked, Tim Gary is in the ultimate position to win. But the Richardson can get to the back of the 55. Can he get past the 55? That's a whole different question. Through the turn with 3 to go this time. Will McDowell hold on for the victory? Bushway is the first off pace, but they probably won't catch him before this race ends. And off of turn 2 then. Again, there's just no way. No one's making any sort of moves at the moment. They're remaining patient to play their cards. For the turn this time, McDowell leads again. 2 to go. I don't think Richardson's going to have enough. It doesn't look like he has enough. Unless he sends it in on the final lap, which I doubt will happen. Adam McDowell's race to lose as they come through 3 and 4 for the penultimate time. McDowell, Richardson and Gary. 3 drivers. 1 winner. White flag is out ISM. Can Richardson find anything else? Can he find any other move? Looks like McDowell has put a gap on the 22 now. It's going to take a crucial error from the 55 to lose this race. And down the backstretch for the final time. Capitalise on an altercation at the front. And for the first time in NRUK, Adam McDowell is going to pass through turn number 4 to win ISM. And Adam McDowell, the winner here of the VirginMedia 400. He beats Jake Richardson to the finish. And will be the winner here. Adam McDowell gets the job done. See the final results here. Jake Richardson will feel hard done by, as he can only come home in second place. Tim Garrett with a good third. Dylan Ibrahimian rising up and over for fourth. And Patrick Smith rounds up the top 5. Dupain in 6th. Derek Hamill in 7th. DeLello with a good finish 8th. Jeff Bright came in 9th. And Carter Friesen rounds out the top 10 here. For the rest of the field, we can see Evan Hunter, who started well, finishing 15th. Arena McShane, who got involved in the altercation, 19th. How about Stapleton, who finished 27th, not the day he was wanting. And neither for Max Bushway, 33rd in the end. A few cars here laps down. Wasn't their race there, and you see the 3 retirees at the bottom of the field. Without further ado, let's go check out the point standings after round number 3. And after round 3 of the season, we have a 3-way tie for the lead of the championship. Nathan Ormond, Max Anderson and Zachary DeLello all find themselves on 97 points, 6 points back. Tim Gary, Ibrahimian and Dupain. And Siemens still keeps 7th but drops 6 spots. Jeff Bright and Cynthia Bright to the top 10. Good day for Jake Richardson, who's currently in the chase bracket. Currently in the wildcard spot, Patrick Smith in 11th and Adam McDowell with that win today. I believe he gets in from a wildcard spot. We see the rest of the standings here. Eli Bright, so the Brights having some decent seasons so far. Down the rest of the field, you can see Max Bushway, Trey Wright really aren't having the seasons that they would have hoped for. And Nonigan Scott loses 21 positions. Poor weekend for him. Congrats to Adam McDowell on his race win. Congrats to Nathan Ormond, Max Anderson and Zachary DeLello. Some of the point standings. Join us next time where we go racing from Texas Motor Speedway. Until then, this has been the NRUK. I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you ever so much for watching.